Welcome back to my corner of the internet, guys. I am the Lucid Dream, and today's video is going to be one of pure speculation and curiosity just because I am interested. I have seen quite a few of these channels that seem to be based out of the UK using drones and exhibiting some frauditor-esque behavior. They are definitely not as aggressive or obnoxious as our American frauditors. Big surprise there. But there are still questions that I have, so we're going to take a look at one of those today. First and foremost, thank you to all of my channel members and subscribers. Without you, I would not be here. So as always, every day, thank you. If you are new here, please consider subscribing. I hope you enjoy the show.
Welcome to my channel, everyone. Today I'm in Chepstow at a company called Nisbet Distribution. On their website it says reasons to shop at Nisbets. Nisbets are the leading catering equipment supplier in the UK, serving the needs of restaurants, hotels and bars across the nation. We offer a comprehensive range of professional catering equipment and much more. With 40 years of industry experience, we take pride in providing the largest assortment. Well, I've come up to here with a gate open, padlocks there, They've got a gatehouse there, quite a secure perimeter actually. Because beyond this black metal fence, they've got CCTV there. And they've also got a barrier. Who's their sign there? Oh, someone's calling.
No.
Hello?
No.
Sorry?
No, you're not allowed to film.
Why not?
No.
That gate is open.
Sorry?
I'm just doing a film, a video.
Yeah, you've got to get permission.
I can't hear you. Shall I come over?
What's the film for?
It's for me.
Sorry?
I'm just taking a video of what sort of, you've got good security, perimeter fence, haven't you? Perimeter fence, you've got the sort of barriers here, gatehouse here, got the warning signs here. But I got in there. That's why I thought I'd let you know.
Yeah, that's for our staff that walk in.
Ah, yeah. So what I'm doing a video. I've got my zoom camera and I've got my drone. So I'm going to put my drone up from out just there, and it'll come right over. You can see all the yard, just to see bits and pieces on the company.
Yeah, as long as you're outside the gate,
yeah,
you're fine.
The drone's all right.
Yeah.
Yeah, it is, isn't it? Yeah, the management won't mind, will they?
I don't know. I'll have to see. But as long as you're outside the property.
Yeah, I'll just be there.
So if you know why this content seems to be popular, let me know in the comments because I am still a little confused. Again, I don't live in the UK. I don't know every specific law. I have done a little bit of research into this, but I don't know why there seem to be some fairly large channels of exactly this. So the whole premise that I can determine from the ones that I have seen is they go to primarily private businesses to photograph private property. And that's about all I'm really getting out of it. I don't know if it's to prove a point, just to prove that they can. but I'm not really seeing a whole lot beyond that. And I'm just curious why this is a thing. Like, why am I finding multiple channels doing this?
Where the bike is.
Well, not inside.
No, the drone will be coming in, no?
Well, I'll have to make sure, but yeah,
Do you want to check for me or with
yeah,
someone?
I will.
Who'd you check with? I thought you're in charge, aren't you?
No, we've got a site manager.
Will you check with them and then we know where we are?
Yeah.
I don't want to cause any problems.
All right.
Shall I wait here for a bit?
No, if you just wait out,
I'll wait by my bike, okay? Yeah.
Private property.
Yeah, I know, but you're going to check to see I can put my drone up.
Doesn't matter, mate. If you're going to do it,
Yeah.
you have to look from the outside.
No, but you're going to check if they're happy with me to put the drone up. Because I've got a drone.
Yeah, drones, again, you have to get permission from the Avonmouth.
Who's Avonmouth?
That's a main company, Nisbets. That's where they are. You have to ask them first.
No, I've just come on my bike.
Yeah, no, you can use your drone around there. That ain't a
No,
problem.
the drone's coming over.
Yeah, no, but you can't use it over private property. It's
No,
against the law.
Yeah, but I'm going to... What law?
The law that states that it's private property. Private property means you don't come onto a private property without asking permission first. It's as simple as that.
No, I only come on just to let you know that I'm out there and to let you know that I found a gate open.
Yeah, no, if you're using your drone out there, no, it's no problem.
Ah.
All right?
But so I bring my drone, I'll be using it out there,
Yeah, that's not a problem out
but
there,
it's
mate.
coming over here.
Yeah, as long as
It's coming into there.
Well, if they call the police, there's nothing I can do about it, mate. Because
Yeah,
that's what they will do.
Who?
The company itself.
No, they won't, because
Yes,
you
they
won't
will.
tell them.
I won't have to. He's already got in touch with the manager.
Is he?
Yeah.
What? And the manager will relay back to what
To
he.
Avonmouth, yeah.
And then the man. And then there's.
Well,
Well,
whoever would do it, will do it. It's not down to us to do that. We only go by what their rules, the rules that they
Yeah.
state.
you don't mind my drone going over the.
I got nothing
company?
against any of it, no.
Because it's interesting company, isn't it?
But at the end of the day,
Yeah.
because it's private property,
Yeah.
like if you'd have asked permission first of all,
Yeah.
then nobody would worry about it. But if you haven't asked permission,
Yeah.
then they're likely to call the police.
Well, I'll get my camera. I can see all so far with my zoom
Yeah,
camera.
you can walk along and walk around. It's
Yeah.
not a problem.
No, but look in.
Yeah, but you can look in. As I said,
Yeah.
you're on the fence line. It's not
Yeah,
a problem.
yeah.
I can't do anything about it.
But my drone's coming in.
This is public land out
Yeah.
here. So it's
But
nothing,
my drone's coming in.
yeah, I know.
Is
but
that all right?
No, it's not.
Why not?
So herein is why I find this kind of content interesting. And it's mostly because now we're talking about air rights. This is a legal premise that has been around since the 13th century. There's a line in Roman text that says something like, if you own the soil, then you own up to heaven and down to hell. Just saying, that little piece of the earth and heaven is yours. And this kind of held true until the invention of modern air travel. So in the early 20th century, what happened was Congress created essentially what is a giant public easement in the air above us for air travel. It doesn't erase the air rights, but everything from like 600 feet up is now regulated by the FAA for air travel. But below that, those are still individual personal property rights. It's why, if you remember about a decade ago, Amazon announced the giant drone program where they were going to have, your packages to you in half an hour. And yet here we are a decade later and it still hasn't happened. And it's because of air rights, because people do have property rights in the air above their houses, above their businesses. There's a lot going on here. But in this content specifically, I really don't think it's legal. Again, this is the UK. I may be completely wrong. But here in the US, this is not as cut and dried as it may seem.
Because you haven't got permission to fly it.
Yeah.
It's not over here. You haven't. It's private land.
No, but I've got an app.
I know.
I've got an app. Do you know what an app is?
Yeah, I know what an app is, mate.
Yeah, it tells me if I can fly.
Yeah, but what I'm trying to explain to you is that because this is rented or leased or whatever by Nisbets, it's their property. So they didn't know what you can and can't do on it.
Is it Nisbets
Yeah.
or Nesbits?
No, Nisbets.
I bet people call it Nesbits, don't
Probably,
they?
yeah.
It's easier to say.
I used to years ago when I heard about it, but
What I'm going to do, I'm going to put my drone up here. I'll probably put it sort of over there actually, and it'll come over and it'll come over.
What you do with the drone outside there, mate,
Yeah,
nothing I can do
but it's
about
coming over the top.
it. Yeah, well, like I said,
Yeah,
out there
they're
is
not
private.
happy about that.
Out there is private. It's
Yeah,
not private. That's
yeah.
down to whoever owns the land.
Do you want to show
itself.
you the drone?
No, I'm
Yeah. All right.
All right.
I'll go and set up my drone and fly it over.
All
It'll
right.
be coming over there, and it'll just have 10 minutes.
All right. No worries, mate.
Okay, bye. We'll check drone assist. We are not in a flight restriction zone. Let's get a bird's eye view of Nisbets.
So I looked into Drone Assist to see exactly what he was talking about, and it was what I thought it was. It is an app that helps you when it comes to if you are flying your drone anywhere near like an airport or restricted airspace or regulated airspace. It has absolutely nothing to do whether or not the area you are flying in or planning on flying in is going to be private property or not. In this case, he is flying over private property when they have told him that they don't want him to. Drone Assist isn't going to help with that. All it is going to do is show you if the air travel around the area is regulated or not, or if you are even allowed to fly in that area.
Home point updated.
That's where we are now, down there on the public footpath. There's the main car park there. For Nisbets, stock is all undercover anyway in the building. Well, I don't think security really know what the law is on this. I think they're a bit bemused by it, and they're just looking at me outside the gatehouse, looking at me.
Yeah, like right here, this just seems to me like a frauditor showing us a post office for the 8 billionth time. No one really cares. They don't really care about showing you the post office. And I don't know that he really cares about showing you the top of this factory. It's to prove a point, the point that he can and you're not going to stop him. But the legality of it is what I'm curious about.
All right.
Right, just to let you know,
Yeah.
you can't film people because it's against data protection.
Yeah.
So you can film the building.
Yeah,
no
I've done
problem
that. I'm all
whatsoever.
done now.
That's fine, but like I said, if you ever around here again, nobody's going to stop you filming.
Yeah.
But just don't try not to get people involved in it.
No,
For the
not.
simple reason being it becomes data protection.
Yeah.
Because then you're giving people's faces.
I'm out here.
Yeah,
I'm
that's
just
right.
doing a video. People interested in the video.
Well, it's like I told you, I said out there you can film all you like.
Yeah.
But just try not to get anybody in on it.
Oh no,
Any
I
people
won't.
on it.
The drone's the main footage.
Yeah, but like I said, as long as you're not putting people up,
Yeah, that's good.
there's no problem.
No.
Okay?
So I'm all done.
Yeah, no problem, my friend.
It seems a nice company, interesting company. It's all mainly indoors anyway.
Yeah, most of it is. It's just when they come out to their cars, whatever.
Yeah.
It's just that you're not allowed to take people's faces as such.
Yeah.
Because if you show people's faces, then people see them.
Yeah.
Other people see them.
Prosecuted as well.
Yeah.
Because it's data protection. It's a real.
But all it is you are allowed to film in a public place.
Oh yeah, of course
You know,
Of
like,
course, absolutely.
Yeah.
you know, people, you go to Buckingham Palace now and they film the Queen
Oh yeah, of course.
Yeah.
in the garden.
It's just
Where
a
they
case
can
of
see her. Well, not the Queen,
It's
the
just
King.
the GDPR piece we're
Yeah.
concerned about.
Yeah.
Obviously, we've got college.
Yeah, that applies to you though, GDPR, not to public.
No, what it does is that goes in. If
Yeah.
you put people on it, it then becomes data protection.
Yeah.
And data protection, you
Yeah.
don't want to get involved in that.
No.
You really don't want to get involved in that. Everything else you can do, no problem whatsoever.
Thank you, my friends.
That's all right.
I've enjoyed the video and it's all finished. I've had
very
my
much.
drone footage and everything. Thank you. Bye.
Thank you very much.
Bye.
Thank you.
So what they're talking about is the Data Protection Act of 2018, which I have heard in several other videos of this nature. But again, I am just kind of curious. It seems like an interesting topic because air rights are something we don't really hear a whole lot about. You know, it's not necessarily the first thing. It's not necessarily the first thing that comes to mind when you think of property rights. You don't necessarily think about the air above your property. But especially in this day and age, it's a really relevant topic. Until then, Amazon, I am still waiting for that half-hour delivery. Thank you so much for watching, guys. Please like, comment, subscribe. Let me know what you think, what you want to see, and I will catch you on the next one.